Hello friends, I'm George, the nice smelling gentleman. It's time for a video review, and in this video I'm gonna review a fragrance that I got about a month ago, a little bit more than a month ago, but has already turned into one of my favorite scents. And I don't want to spoil this video up from the beginning, but I'm gonna tell you this is, for me, is a hidden gem of a fragrance. And the fragrance that I'm talking about is the Turathi Blue from the house of Afnan. So let me show you the packaging that this fragrance comes in, and I'm going to talk about the scent and what I like about it. This is how the bottle of the Afnan Turathi Blue looks. It has sort of a black color with some pattern on it. On the front you have this kind of a logo with Turathi sign, and then there's the Afnan sign as well, plus the actual bottle size, which is 90 milliliters, and is probably the only thing that I don't like about this fragrance. On the top you have again an Afnan sign, on the back there's some legal information, and that's pretty much how the box looks. And you open up the box like this, and here inside sits the fragrance, and here on the top part of the box there is a message that's been included by Afnan to the potential buyers, and it reads the following: for the man carrying on a legacy, a man in control of his life, out to achieve his goals, overcoming all hurdles of life to reach success. A scent that speaks volumes about inner strength and magnificent presence. Now, I'm not too much into poetry, but still I think it's a nice touch from Afnan, including this message in the box. Okay, let's put the box to the side and let's take a quick look at the bottle. This is how the bottle looks. As you can see, it has this sort of a dark blue, dark purple color to it. It looks, at least to me, it looks like it has the shape of a man's upper body without the arms. On the front you got a sign of Turathi and Afnan. That's pretty much how much lettering there is on the bottle. The cap is metal and it's nice and heavy. Clicks nicely into place. You can hold the bottle through the cap. The bottle is quite heavy, has good quality to it. There's only one problem, and that's the fact that it's tall and slim, and the base of the bottle isn't very wide, so you have to be careful when you put it on your shelves because it can easily tip over. Alright, I'm gonna show you how the sprayer works, but just want to get something out of the way. If you look up this fragrance online, you'll see that a lot of people are actually comparing this or saying that this is a clone of Bulgari's Tiger. Now, I'll be honest with you, I've never smelled Bulgari's Tiger, so I cannot compare the Turathi Blue with that fragrance. What I can say that some people say that this brings a sort of a Bleu de Chanel vibe, and I totally agree with that. So with that out of the way, let me show you the sprayer in action. As you can see, very nice sprayer, puts a white sort of mist. Okay, let's put the bottle to the side and quickly talk about the actual scent profile. As soon as you spray the Turathi Blue, what you get is a very nice, very realistic, sweet grapefruit note. It's fantastic. The only problem with that grapefruit note is that it stays with you for only like a minute or two. It goes away very quickly. Once the grapefruit note goes away, what starts to take over is like other citruses that are in the mix in this fragrance, and some spices. Then when this starts to dry down, some oud starts to show up. There is an amber note in here that gives the fragrance a slight sweetness. Also there's some patchouli and some musk on the dry down. This dries down to a nice mix of ouds, patchouli, musk, and citruses and amber. The citrus note that takes over after the grapefruit in the opening stays with the fragrance throughout its life, giving it this sort of refreshing type of vibe. Now, I would say that this is not a clone of Bleu de Chanel, but it sort of brings that same vibe, maybe because of the grapefruit note in the opening, maybe because of the sort of a citrusy, oudy mix on the dry down. But to me, this sort of occupies the same space as Bleu de Chanel and serves pretty much the same purpose. Now, as I said, this is definitely not a clone of Bleu de Chanel, but I think it's sort of carries some of that DNA. The good thing about this compared to the Bleu de Chanel is the actual performance. So let's talk about performance now. I've been wearing this quite a few times in the past month or so, and I can safely say that this fragrance gives me about 8 to 9 hours on my skin with pretty good projection, pretty solid projection in the first about 2 hours. Now, talking about versatility, I think this is sort of a spring or like early fall type of a fragrance. It can be used in summer as well, but you have to be a little bit careful with the sprayers. Also, because of that because of that fresh vibe that it carries, that citrusy note that it has, the slight sweetness, it's an office-friendly type of fragrance, again, as long as you don't overspray. Let me sum up my thoughts about the Turathi Blue from the house of Afnan. I think Afnan have produced a real gem here, a real winner. It's a very versatile, very crowd-pleasing type of scent that has brings this sort of Blue de Chanel vibe. It will get you compliments. It's very versatile. It has very good performance, especially considering that this is sort of a freshy type of fragrance. Still gets you a solid 8 to 9 hours of performance with very good projection. Again, very nice packaging. Price wise, it's very reasonably priced. For $35, I think it's a no-brainer. And so guys, in today's video I showed you the Turathi Blue from the house of Afnan, a fragrance that I really have enjoyed a lot ever since I got it. I hope that you found this video interesting or helpful. If you did, give it a like, subscribe to my channel, stay safe, and I'm gonna see you in my next video. Bye bye.